This here is the yeshiva that I went to as a teenager. It's the Skvera yeshiva here in Williamsburg. I had very little interest in the outside world when I was younger. I didn't know it existed. I didn't know what there was to be interested in. My world was very self-contained. In the Hasidic world, depending on the school, secular education for boys is very meager. Boys generally get only about an hour or two of instruction at the end of the day in English and math. I worry about my sons, who are now 13 and 15, who do not speak, read, or write English, even though they were born and raised in the United States. The way marriages work within the Hasidic community is that they are arranged through a matchmaker. I was in the middle of doing laundry when I was essentially told about the girl I was going to marry. There's huge pressure on women within the Hasidic community to keep having children. It is their raison d'etre. That is what they are raised from a very young age, told that your most sacred duty is to be a mother. My 3 daughters have no options but to be housewives and mothers. Fathers are very significantly involved in the lives of their children within the Hasidic community. Someone somewhere is going to criticize my omelet-making skills. I eventually had 5 children, but after I had 2, I started feeling the pressure to have to provide for my family. I'd been taught to study Talmud and Jewish law, but nothing about how to provide. What happened?
What happened?
What happened was I grew curious about the outside world. I got hooked up with the internet, started listening to the radio, started going to the public library, started buying books, started reading newspapers. That alone is not enough to shake your faith if your faith is strong. But that opened me up to the world. What made me lose my faith eventually was a journey of questioning, reading about various faith traditions, reading about the scientific approach to Bible studies. And at some point it became pretty clear to me that the foundations of our faith, as they were given to me, were flawed. The family court had restricted my visitation without even me having a chance to come to court to sort of explain my side. My book ends on a sad note because there is something profoundly wrong about a society in which that can happen, where you move away from a lifestyle that you find intolerable, and as a consequence of that, you lose the people that are most important to you, most precious to you. At the same time, I do know that they are living in a community that, for many people, it does work, and many people are truly happy, and the people in there do not see themselves as trapped. I would not have made the decision to leave knowing that I was going to lose a relationship with my children. There was no way that I could have done that. In retrospect, it really was the right decision because I am now living a kind of life that I wanted to be living. I am hopeful that at least with some, I will rebuild a relationship at some point. I don't know when and I don't know how it's going to happen. This guy wrote, just finished Shulem Deen's book, All Who Go Do Not Return, and first thing I did when I was done was kiss my sleeping children. I like that.